Verizon Fios One Sports presents Northern Region Boys Soccer. The Langley Saxons against the McLean Highlanders. And this is later on here in the regular season. The playoffs about to get underway in a couple of weeks, so both these teams are in peak condition right now, so you can't expect any breakdowns like that in a game like this with both these teams ready to play the full 80 minutes.
I think that's right, and particularly this year, if you look down the district, you would have to say that the Liberty District is the toughest district this year. You have Langley, you have Stonebridge, you have McLean, lots of talent in this Liberty District. So the tournament coming up in a couple of weeks is really going to be an exciting one.
So McLean has the kickoff, kicks it out of bounds, giving the throw in to the Saxons, who start to pressure the McLean net. A missed kick there by McLean, and now down the far sideline, it's going to be out on Langley, and McLean will have the throw on the far sideline.
And it's going to be interesting to see who has the momentum early. Langley obviously is coming off a huge win, perhaps their biggest win of the season earlier this week. They faced off against Stonebridge, who was at that time thought to be one of the best teams in the region, if not the best team. Langley squares off against them and gets the big win, which was a huge confidence builder for the Saxons to knock off Stonebridge. The seniors on that team had never defeated the Bulldogs, and so that certainly, I think, has helped up their level of play. They know that they can play at that level. They're undefeated. Right now, Langley's the team that has the bullseye on their back.
Russo sends it in for the Highlanders, batted away by the Saxons. McLean still has possession here in the box. Centering pass knocked away by the Saxons.
Good idea, but this Saxon defense is so strong, Paul. We're going to talk about it all night. That back line for Langley is one of the reasons that they've experienced so much success this season. And then, of course, they have top-notch goalkeepers. They have two. Jay Lupas in the goal right now for Langley, but can bring Ray Wells in off the bench.
So we are throwing for the Highlanders. And, Monica, we talked with the McLean assistant head coach, Mirza Kurspahik, who has used to work in the sports journalism field and covered teams like Langley and McLean. He used to play for McLean, a graduate of McLean in 2000, and he said that the Highlanders had to control the tempo, get to tempo early to control this game.
I think that's right. I think McLean really wants to assert themselves early on to try to take Langley out of their game a little bit. Now Langley here with an opportunity. As we said, they are very strong on offense. Their passing game is so good with the crisp, strong passes, really finding the open player at the right time, just right hitting the stride there, getting straight to the goal, and that's something that Langley has become known for this year.
So we're throwing here for the Saxons, and it's close enough. This look to set up a set piece here for the Saxons. Dangerous for the Highlanders. See what they do with the throwing in the ball. And trying to clear some room. That's number 11 for Langley. That's Jeff Cochran.
He is known for his long throws. Nice throw there by Cochran. He's about the closest thing they have to a throw specialist on this team, and you see there how much he can get on those throws. Almost got it right there to the far post.
Here's an opportunity for the Highlanders. Knocked away by Langley, still dangerous, headed to the goalie. Good move there by the defense for the Saxons.
And this back line for the Saxons, very smart players, work very well with their goalkeeper. Obviously, we talked about Rashawn Patel, number 8.
Bounces off a Highlander. It'll be Saxons throw in. And I think McLean is doing a good job here in the early going, trying to control the tempo.
Absolutely, and McLean's certainly spending a lot of time in their offensive third of the field trying to set something up to get past this Langley defense.
So 0-0 here in the early going, 36 minutes remaining in the first half. Good opportunity for the Highlanders. Kick just a little too far, but again, a nice opportunity for McLean early on.
Looking for Michael Russo, just a little bit too much on that one. But again, I like what McLean's doing. They're really trying to be offensive-minded, looking to pressure the goalkeeper a little bit, get something going and take some shots on goal.
Towering kick by Lupus, headed by McLean. No penalty called. And Langley, the back line, controls it for the Saxons. Sends it up down the far sideline, and now they're playing in the middle of the field.
We see the composure of the Langley defense. Nothing is rushed. They look very confident and composed back there on the back line. But here McLean again with another throw to try to set up their offense and work down the field.
So now McLean down the far sideline in the middle of the field.
Nice work there by the midfield for Langley.
Saxon's right down the middle, and McLean is right there, and almost an opportunity there for Langley. Here comes the Saxons again.
Looked like they were going to do a nice job of switching sides of the field, looking over to the right side, just didn't get enough on that pass, and it was easily deflected by a McLean defender.
That was Patel heading the ball down, and here's an opportunity for the Saxons. Shot, nice save by the McLean goalkeeper. Fantastic save for McLean.
We talked about Robbie Maffei and the fact that he was really going to have to step up today. Only a sophomore back in the goal facing this Langley offense, which really has been dynamic all season long. That's certainly a confidence builder for Maffei back in the goal. Looked like Langley might have a nice opportunity. He held his ground, got a hand on it quickly.
And Maffei had the opportunity. There's Patel doing a great job. No penalty called on that. And it'll be kicked out of bounds by the Highlanders, so it'll be Langley ball. And right after Maffei makes that great save, coming out being aggressive, the Highlanders go right back on the attack. But here comes the Saxons now, and again, with these throw-ins, it's a nice set piece here, a dangerous spot for the Highlanders.
Absolutely, you have to keep your eyes on Price, you have to keep your eyes on Flitcroft. Nice defense by the McLean back line.
Saxons cleared, and here they are on offense down the near sideline. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Langley ball.
Smart play by Howard right there, just waiting it out, letting the ball go out of bounds, and then a throw for Cochran.
Cochran sails it down. Here's an opportunity. Number 7 for the Saxons, that's Ellis. And it's going to be another throw in here. Dangerous throw in for the Saxons. And here comes Cochran to throw it in for Langley. See Maffei there. For another opportunity to show what he has.
And once again, you're going to see just how much he gets on these throws. That time going for the closer side of the goal, but the defense holding strong for McLean. Nice job by the back line for McLean once again. Paul, I've really been impressed by the McLean defense so far, not letting Langley have too many good opportunities. Really just that one opportunity created on a bit of an unsettled situation for the Saxons, and Maffei was right on that. But here now an opportunity coming up for the Highlanders.
Yeah, Cochran opting for a bullet throw-in pass, looking for a deflection off the head of one of his teammates, and it was just deflected wide. And McLean did a great job of snatching it up and bringing it back down the field.
And certainly the story of this one so far has been the defense. Both teams' backlines really coming to play, not letting the offense really get anything going. But we certainly expected that, particularly of Langley.
Looks like we're going to get a free kick or a throw-in for the Highlanders. Looks like it is going to be a throw-in. It's Hunt throwing it in for McLean. Opportunity here headed away by the Saxons.
Nice job by Langley there, looking ahead for Ellis. One of their big playmakers. Great move by Ellis on the left side.
Ellis sends it in, knocked away by McLean. But yeah, great individual effort. And here come the Saxons again, and Maffei comes out. Easy grab there for Maffei, and he'll kick it away. Booming kick by Maffei.
And once again, nice job by Maffei being aggressive. Daniel Flitcroft was their number 10 for the Saxons, looking to be opportunistic. Flitcroft working right there.
There's a penalty on the Highlanders. There's going to be a free kick here for the Saxons. Looks like Patel will take it for the Saxons.
As we said, he's heading off to play soccer for William and Mary next year. Has really been a standout for Langley for quite some time. They're certainly going to miss him and just the leadership that he provides on defense for the Saxons.
Yeah, stand out on the field and in the classroom. Obviously, with going to William and Mary, has fantastic grades. Great student athlete for the Saxons.
Nice job by Flitcroft there to try to keep it alive on offense, but McLean getting to the ball very quickly.
We're going going to get a penalty on McLean, so the Saxons are going to get a free kick. And another good opportunity, you see the Saxon mascot showing his face, and the stands are starting to fill up here on the Langley side.
Well, we talked about that. That's been a huge focus for Langley this year, is trying to get a lot of fan support to come out. Obviously, this is an away game, and they want to make their presence known. They've been getting a lot of support from the Langley boys lacrosse team. Obviously, they're the defending state champions, having a great year right now. A lot of people think they're the top team in the area. Good opportunity for the Saxons. But so the boys lacrosse team for Langley's been showing up and supporting the soccer team as part of that Screaming Saxons fan base.
Yeah, Patel sends it into Cochran, who just wide left. A great opportunity for the Saxons here on the early going, just now under 30 minutes remaining here in this first half. A great job by Patel and Cochran, but just wide left. Now playing in the middle of the field, both teams fighting for possession. And it's going to be out of bounds on the Saxons, so it's going to be McLean ball.
McLean doing a nice job trying to win the midfield and control the midfield.
A mistake by the Highlanders, and here's number 10 for the Saxons. That's Flitcroft, and it's going to be out on McLean, so a great job by the defense, smart move by McLean, but it does set up a nice opportunity for the Saxons, and here comes Cochran to throw it in.
Absolutely. When they get this close to the goal, you have to expect that Cochran's going to come down every single time, and to start things off for the Saxons, such an asset for Langley.
Another bullet looking for a deflection. It's a miss by the Saxons. That ball is going to be out of bounds on Langley, so it's going to be the Highlanders' ball here.
And you see Patel coming up, breaking things up, taking the ball out of bounds so the defense has time to set up. Again, great senior leadership from Patel.
It's now in the middle of the field. Here there did go the Highlanders, but a great job by the midfielders of Langley. Both teams fighting for possession. McLean takes possession here. Back to the Saxons, and both teams fighting in the middle of the field. A great opportunity for Langley. Muffet is gonna, looks like, no, it's gonna be a corner kick. So Muffet was trying to save it, not able to, so it's going to be a quarter kick for Langley. Monica, here in the last couple of minutes, Langley has had a lot of opportunities. Still a 0-0 game, but Langley's looking to fix that right now as they send it in, and just high. So a great opportunity. It's going to be another corner kick for the Saxons, kicked out of bounds by McLean. So another corner kick here for the Saxons, their second of the half.
Flitcroft trying to get a little height on that one so one of his teammates could try to get ahead on it. Again, nice defense by the Highlanders.
Mattel does get the call, looking for the call, and gets it, so he's going to get a free kick here. And with Patel's leg, he'll be able to send it in, just as dangerous as a corner kick.
Absolutely, this is a great opportunity here for the Saxons.
Patel does send it in, knocked away. Great job by McLean. Here come the Highlanders down the near sideline, but overkicked, and it's going to be Langley ball here for a throw-in. Cochran sends it down far, knocked out of bounds by the Highlanders. Another throw-in, and Flitcroft is going to take it here.
It looked like Langley wanted to try to catch McLean off guard a little bit, resetting very quickly. Flitcroft looking to send it in. Dylan Price not able to get anything on it, but great idea by Flitcroft.
Yeah, Flitcroft centering it. Dylan Price right there, just not able to get a foot on it. Lupus scoops up the ball for the Saxons, but yeah, Langley last couple of minutes really putting the pressure on. So Lupus sends a high kick out, and it looks like to be almost out of bounds, but saved by Langley.
And Maffei thought about coming out, trying to corral that one, then decided to retreat back to the goal. Another opportunity coming up here for the Saxons.
Langley with the pressure here down the far sideline. Still with possession, center ball. Scrum in the middle of the net, and Langley comes out and clears it.
Once again, it's Patel. You just see how quickly he gets to the ball. And sometimes, Paul, when you watch certain players, they just have a head for the game. They seem to always be in the right place at the right time. Some of that's experience, some of that's skill. Rashawn Patel is absolutely one of those players.
Now ball at midfield. Langley now with control. It's Flitcroft, sends it in. It's going to be a race towards the ball, which is won by McLean, sends it out of bounds. Coach Amato wrangles it down, gives it over to Flitcroft. Flitcroft sends it, was about to send it in, but decided to wait and gives it over to Cochran, and Cochran will send it in for the Saxons, and he gets back deep, so expect a long throw-in for Cochran.
Absolutely getting that running start.
He does send it in, beautiful arc, headed away by the Highlanders, and they'll clear it. Saxons still with possession, and again knocked away. Expect the same thing here from Cochran.
I've really been impressed with Cochran so far. It's not just the throws. He's had several long balls up ahead to the offense to try to set something up. Gets good control.
Cochran sends it to Flitcroft. Flitcroft back to Cochran. Cochran will send it into the center. It's Ellis hitting it over, and a great opportunity here for the Saxons. Knocked away and then kicked away by the defense, so a great job by McLean. That's Maffei knocking it away, and the smart move by the defender to kick it cleared away.
Rafael Enrique Hesles for McLean right there to protect his goalkeeper. Maffei did his job. He broke things up, and then the defense quickly surrounded him.
The Saxons had a lot of opportunities. Here's Flitcroft with an opportunity. Flitcroft still has the opportunity. He's going to shoot it, send it in. No one home for the Saxons. He sends it in perfectly, and then Ellis takes a shot, and it goes high. Flitcroft did an amazing job centering it, but no one was there.
Flitcroft did an amazing job, but things got set up by Josh Ellis. He's certainly a player that's caught my attention so far today, really able to be creative on the offensive end. He's the player that got the ball to Flitcroft. Great idea by Flitcroft. His player was just ahead of him there, not able to get a foot on it. But you see this Langley offense. They've had several good opportunities, haven't been able to connect. Some of that's the McLean defense. You have to give them credit, but you can't expect that that's going to happen for too much longer for this Langley offense, because they really are very dynamic. You see the passing, and number 7 right there he is, Josh Ellis. Absolutely one to watch as well for the Saxons.
Opportunity maybe for McLean, but knocked away by the Saxons at midfield.
Great job by Flitcroft there with the header to keep the ball in bounds. Looked like it was going to be an opportunity for McLean. Flitcroft saved it.
Flitcroft sends it into number 5 for the Saxons, and that is Price. Now it's going to be a throw-in for the Highlanders. Down the far near sideline, knocked out of bounds by Langley, so it's going to be another throw-in here for the Highlanders.
So McLean right now, Langley has had all the offensive momentum, so McLean really needs to try to set up a good shot right here, get their offense back into the game. They were very offensive-minded during the first few minutes of this one. Then Langley took over a lot of the time of possession.
A shot for the Highlanders is going to be a goal kick for Langley, but nice crisp passing for the Highlanders there on that last possession.
Absolutely a bit of a page out of the Langley playbook. As I said, they've been known for their good passing this year, their good passing game that's helped them set up a lot of shots. We've seen some of that today at work, how creative they can be when given space.
And it's going to be picked up there by Maffei. Maffei's going to send it, booming kick by Maffei.
He definitely gets a lot on those punts, which is one reason that McLean's been able to set some things up on offense.
Now fighting for possession. McLean has possession at midfield down the far sideline. It's going to be a foot race to the ball. The ball goes out of bounds, though. It's going to be Langley throwing down the far sideline.
And right now, Paul, I think one thing that's absolutely apparent from this game is how evenly matched these two teams are. This is certainly what we expected, not just because it's the rivalry game. Even if both teams weren't having the seasons that they're having so far, obviously they would up the level of play for this game. We see it time and time again, every single sport, when it comes to this great Langley-McLean rivalry. But these two teams are having great seasons so far. McLean only 1 loss on the season, 2 ties, 8 wins. Langley's undefeated, 10-0 at this point in the season. And both coaches have been emphasizing the fact that neither team has done anything yet to keep their heads in this season, because obviously the district tournament's coming up, the Northern Regions tournament is coming up, and the Northern Region tournament the past few years has not gone the way that the Langley Saxons wanted it to go, getting knocked out the first round the past 2 years. 2 years ago, they got knocked out by T.C. Williams. Last year, they got knocked out by Robinson, and they don't want a repeat of that. So they want to keep their heads in every single game and just keep building and looking towards the Northern Region tournament.
Andrew Hunt's going to throw it in here for the Highlanders. Sends it in, grabbed by Lupus. Great job. Aggressive play by the goalkeeper for Langley, and he's going to send it away, the junior goalkeeper. And here come the Saxons with an opportunity, still with possession. And it's cleared away by the Highlanders. Back for the Saxon, but knocked away, and it's going to be a Highlander throw-in.
Flitcroft once again trying to save that one, but instead it is McLean ball. We'll get some substitutions coming into the game for McLean. Kevin Pine in on offense for the Highlanders.
McLean with possession at around midfield. They're just trying to cross midfield here.
You see Tim Whitebread, their number 16, looking to control that midfield, get some things going on offense for his team.
Whitebread, who Coach Kerspick called the best player in the region. Obviously, he's a little biased because he coaches him, but a lot of coaches have told us that Tim Whitebread is one of the best players in the region, if not the best player in the region.
Absolutely. He just had a hat trick against Fairfax, 3 goals in that one. A big effort by Whitebread. He certainly can put the ball in the back of the net, and he's really going to have to get things going on offense for McLean.
As we can tell, goals are going to be a little harder to come by in this game. 18 minutes remaining in this first half, 0-0 McLean and Langley. Going to be a throw-in the near sideline for the Highlanders, but exactly with the level of these two teams are playing right now, goals are certainly going to be hard to come by.
Absolutely, when you think about the level of defense that both of these two teams bring out onto the field. And so that's another reason why these teams have to keep their heads in it, that mental focus, because a lot of times these games come down to 1 goal.
Foot race here for Langley and McLean. It's going to be a throw-in for the Saxons. Again, a dangerous spot here for the Highlanders. Cochran moving in. He's going to take the throw for Langley.
Cochran gets quite a workout, always pushing forward to help on these throws for the Saxons.
So nice high arcing throw, just grabbed out of the air by the Highlanders, and that's Muffet again, who's had a fantastic game here in the early going.
Absolutely mixing it up a little bit. This time not going for the long punt. Langley quickly recovering.
Patel just doing a fantastic job at the midfield.
Nice passing by the Highlanders. Nice ball ahead to Whitebread.
Whitebread with an opportunity, going to try to send it in. And he does send it in. Nice opportunity, no one home for the Highlanders, but a great job by Whitebread to send it in. And here come the Saxons. Faye's just going to go ahead and pick this one up and send it back down.
That was perhaps the best opportunity of the day so far for McLean. Nice cross by Whitebread, just as you said, Paul, nobody home, but that's exactly what they need to do.
Another opportunity here for McLean, going to get a throw in. Number 4 for the Highlanders sending it in, and that's Russo. And here come the Highlanders with an opportunity in the box in the center. Shot on goal, way wide right, just a miss-hit there by the Highlanders, but a great opportunity nonetheless.
Absolutely, it really was a very good opportunity for McLean. Just Whitebread not able to get anything on it there.
Yeah, it was just a miss-hit there by Whitebread, wide right. He's not going to miss many of those.
And then Langley looking to come quickly the other way.
Here come the Saxons down the near sideline. Flitcroft.
Haven't talked a lot about number 4 yet for the Saxons, Farhan Khan, but he's another one of the standouts for this Saxon team, controlling that center midfield. he's someone who also is often in the mix for the offense when you talk about the Saxons.
So throw-in, it's going to be number 17 now for Langley. Going to throw it in. Actually, number 11, there's Cochran again. That is Cochran. I thought he came out, but he's still in. He threw it in. And a shot on goal, wide right. That was Kahn with the shot.
Kahn looking to try to mix things up, take a long outside shot for Langley, that one, but as you said, far wide.
So a goal kick for the Highlanders. Nice booming kick at midfield. Headed, great header by Patel. Sends it right back down. Mufai is going to go ahead and pick it up, and he'll send it back down. Just a fantastic job by Patel.
And Coach Amato now has put in some of his younger players into the game. Justin Galliani, number 20, is in the game. He's been quite a spark for Langley. He started out the season on the JV team, got moved up to varsity. Here he is right now, number 20, Galliani. He's going to be a name you're going to want to know for years to come.
A great defense by Hunt working on Galliani, but I have heard the same things about Galliani, just a fantastic player. The freshman doesn't look like a freshman looking at his body type, and here he is again with the ball.
He was one of the players that got one of the two big goals for Langley that helped them defeat Stonebridge, who's almost become like an arch rival for the Saxons as well, along with the Highlanders. A freshman and a sophomore scored those goals, so that gives you a little bit of a sense of how good Langley's going to be in future years. Obviously, they have this backbone of senior leadership. We've been talking a lot about those seniors so far today, but Justin Galliani can really find the back of the net when he's given an opportunity, and he is going to be a future standout for these Saxons. Give him a couple of years, and he's going to be tough for defenders to deal with.
There he is again, sending it into Kahn. Kahn sends it in, headed back to the McLean goalkeeper, and Mufai is going to send it back down.
Once again, nice long punt there by the goalkeeper, Maffei.
Seems like the Saxons have all the momentum here.
They've really owned offensive time of possession in this first half. They've had more opportunities than the Highlanders have had, but the Highlander defense, led by their sophomore goalkeeper, has really done a nice job so far of keeping the Saxons in check.
And here come the Highlanders with the offensive possession past midfield, but trying to go further and still with possession. Great move, sending it in, no one's home. Just miscommunication there by the Highlanders. See number 7 for the Highlanders, Choville, was not in the right position. At least that's what I'm seeing from the faces of these players on the field. Not in the right position, just miscommunication.
So an opportunity there for the Highlanders, but instead now Langley will get a chance to push things back up on offense. And once again, we'll get to see Cochran and those long throws. Very, very impressive. It's really become quite an art, particularly in boys soccer around this area.
Get some subs back in, looking for Langley. Number 7's coming back in. Josh Ellis coming back in, and Flitcroft. So Flitcroft and Ellis, after a brief sit down, are back on the field for the Saxons.
Cochran reminds me a little bit of Paul Ellington, a player from out in Loudon who's also a throw specialist. Cochran really able to get things started for his team. We're going to see him one more time going down the sideline. Close range here for the Saxons.
So Cochran getting onto the track, getting a lot of distance. He's going to send it up, he just said. And a nice opportunity, header just high, but that was another great opportunity. And Cochran, you see, pointed up a little bit, saying this one's going to come a little high, and it certainly did.
Looking for Dylan Price there. Again, the spark plug for the Saxons, has had a number of goals on the year, particularly in the early goings of the season. One of the players that you could always count on to get things started on offense. Obviously a good one to look to on these throws.
Ball now at midfield, and Flitcroft was knocked away by Langley. Going to be throwing here, number 7. That's Choville for the Highlanders. He has possession still. Send it back to 14. That's Paris. And it's going to be not out of bounds. Still McLean. Actually, it is going to be called out of bounds on the Highlanders, so it's going to be McLean ball.
So Langley here with another opportunity, and again, you have to say that it's a 0-0 game. Obviously, these two teams evenly matched, but Langley has seemed to have a little bit more of the edge in the early goings of this one. They've been able to set up their offense a bit more. They've had more opportunities. Their midfielders really able to control that area, push ahead.
Yeah, Khan and Patel doing a fantastic job. There's Patel right there fighting for the ball. He's going to head it right back to Lupus, so a great job by Patel. He's all over the field. Looks like he's, you know, when they need their defense, he's right there. When they need their offense, he's right there. So a great job by Patel here in the early going.
So Cochran once again pushing forward for this throw. Another close range opportunity coming up for the Saxons. But obviously you have to give a lot of credit to Robbie Maffei so far in the goal, really holding strong. Long throw by Cochran once again.
Still top. Great job. That's Ellis, number 7 for Langley, coming in, just coming back into the game. He had all day in front of the net. Finds the left corner of the net. Fantastic job by Ellis on a throw-in from Cochran. It's 1-0 Langley.
Absolutely, looked like Cochran might have been looking for Price again on the throw, but instead Ellis is right there. And then coming in for the finish was Thomas Zumot. Had Ellis not gotten
Take a look at
in the net.
At the replay. Ellis all day right in front of the net, able to right himself and just send it in. Fantastic job by Ellis, and it's 1-0 Saxons here. 9:28 remaining in the first half.
A junior for the Saxons doing a great job getting the scoring started. And there you see him right there. A lot of times when you score a goal, you get a little, you're rejuvenated there, and certainly showing a lot of life is Ellis.
McLean trying to answer right back. There's Flitcroft there, and he is going to knocked away by the Highlander, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Saxons.
So Langley with another opportunity coming up here. And again, all the momentum after that big goal by Josh Ellis, the junior for the Saxons. Now Cochran once again.
Again, Ellis had just come back into the game with Flitcroft.
Well, and Paul, I think that's another thing that we should mention is that another one of Langley's strengths is just the depth of this team. They have the ability to send players in off the bench. Obviously, Galliani comes in off the bench. Oliver DeThier comes in off the bench. They really don't lose a lot when they send those players in, so they can give some of their starters a bit of a chance to rest a bit and then come back into the game with fresh legs. And it can be a difference maker, particularly in well-fought games like the one that we certainly expect to see here today.
So McLean with possession at midfield.
And once again, it's Ellis wreaking havoc there on the sidelines with Zumot.
Harmlessly picked up there by Lupus. He's going to send it away here for the Saxons. Again, the Saxons scoring. That's Josh Ellis with the score at 9:28 remaining in the first half to put Langley up 1-0 over McLean. And Monica, we talked about it earlier, goals are going to be hard to come by in this game, especially for the Highlanders, because of the fact that Langley seems to control the tempo of this game, always in the offensive side of the field for the Saxons.
That's absolutely right. Langley, certainly with their back row, with their midfielders, can really do a nice job of just slowing things down, taking you out of your offense, taking away your opportunities. We talked about how McLean wants to control the tempo, but I think you'd have to say that Langley has been working the tempo that they've wanted. They've had a lot of good opportunities, a lot of these long throws by Cochran to set things up. McLean now working in the midfield, trying to get something going on offense.
Again, harmlessly picked up there by Lupus, so ball is being sent down there, but still no one there, a little too much on it.
Absolutely. McLean needs to be a little more intentional in their passes, looking for players to set something up, be a little more patient in setting things up on offense.
In hockey, it's called the dump and chase. You dump the ball down on the offensive side and chase it, and that's not working right now for the Highlanders, with the speedy backfield and midfielders of the Saxons.
You see how quickly the defense collapses for Langley.
Patel knocking it away. Still inbounds, going to be out of bounds at around midfield. So Highlander throwing on the far sideline right around midfield. Might be an opportunity here in the center of the field for the Highlanders, still with possession. Great header, center pass, but knocked away by the Saxons. Going to be a throw in here for the Highlanders. Number 12 for McLean. That's Gruber looking to throw it in.
And twice on that last possession. It was brilliant defense by Cochran. We talk about him so much because of the throws, but you really have to watch how steady he is back on the back row on defense as well. Really doing a nice job all over the field today for Langley.
Going to be a goal kick for the Saxons. There's a nice little opportunity for McLean controlling the ball near the Saxons net, but no shot on goal. It's going to be a goal kick.
And Paul, another thing you have to talk about for Langley, one reason for their success, as you've noticed today, there have been so many players for Langley that we've been highlighting, focusing on. They're a true team. It's not one or two superstars, but they really all seem to play at the same level. They lift each other up, and just a great team effort by the Saxons day in and day out.
Here they come again. Nothing called, and McLean's going to clear it, but Saxons come right back, but it's out of bounds, so it's going to be McLean throwing here. 4:50 remaining here in the first half. The Saxons with a 1-0 lead.
Flitcroft trying to get ahead on it. He's so active out on the field. Every single time the ball is anywhere near him, you'll see him racing to it, trying to get a foot on it, trying to get ahead on it. Just a very active player, really trying to control that right side of the field for Langley.
It's been a nice battle with Flitcroft and Rafael Enriquez Hesles for McLean.
Now another opportunity here for the Saxons if they can keep it in bounds. Nice defense by McLean. They're going to win it and take possession for the from the Saxons.
Andrew Hunt, senior defense for McLean, doing a fantastic job on the far sideline for the Highlanders. Now the Highlanders have the ball at midfield. McLean sends it down. Ellis gives chase, as well as number 9 for the Saxons, and that is Gunderson, Jan Gunderson, so both giving chase. Now Flitcroft has the ball at center of the field, still with possession, still has possession. He's going to send it down. And a fantastic job by McLean.
Nice foot skills there by Flitcroft, and now Kahn trying to push things ahead. McLean's defense, you can't say enough good things about them. A lot of times you thought that Langley was going to have a clear opportunity, and this McLean defense just shuts them down. I've been so impressed so far with the effort by the back line for the Highlanders.
Almost an opportunity for the Highlanders, but kicked a little too hard, and Luke is going to scoop it up and send it down.
Once again, Enrique Hesles is there. Of course, he was the one that saved that goal when the keeper was able to bat it away, and it looked like Langley might have a rebound. Nice header there in the middle of the field by number 9, Drew Hunt.
Now ball here at the middle of the field, and that's Flitcroft sending it down for the Saxons. Saxons still with controlling the tempo of this game. It seems like they're always on offense, and Ellis gives chase, and Hunt is just going to knock it away. So a throw in for the Saxons.
Well, Paul, one of the differences, and you're going to notice this, is that Langley is just much more intentional with the passing than McLean. McLean's been looking to, as we said, just send the ball ahead, hoping that someone will be home. Langley instead tries to be a bit more intentional, and I think that's one reason why they've been able to get their offense going a little bit more than McLean during this first half.
That starts with the midfielders. The midfielders for Langley doing a fantastic job controlling the ball at the middle of the field, so they have an opportunity to set up their offense and also keeping the Saxons on offense, as you see here. McLean having a hard time clearing. Another throw in for the Saxons. Now under 2 minutes here in this first half. McLean does clear, has the ball at the center of the field. taken away by a midfielder, but out of bounds, so it's going to be McLean ball, a throw-in for the Saxons.
McLean just having a hard time here getting the ball across the midfield line because of this smothering Langley defense.
It's certainly having a hard time clearing. It's going to be a throw-in for the Highlanders. Now just under a minute remaining here in this game, in this half, excuse me. Going for the Highlanders.
Typically in soccer, they do stop the clock at the 2-minute mark. The official time is kept down on the field.
Yeah, official time still held on the field, so the clock you're seeing there on your screen is not official, but it's pretty close.
It's pretty close, yep. Now here, McLean with a nice opportunity.
Just that closing speed of the Saxons.
Howard doing a nice job recovering there.
A good individual effort there by Howard. It's going to be, take a look at the replay, just a great closing speed. It's going to be a throw-in for the Saxons. Going to take their time with the final seconds winding down. Now the clock has been stopped, so we're just a few seconds away from the end of the first half.
Smart decision right there to go to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper playing the ball forward across the midfield line.
Hunt heads it away for McLean. Now at midfield, McLean has possession, and that will be the end of the first half. Ellis with a goal with 9:28 remaining in the first half gives Langley a 1-0 lead over the host McLean Highlanders. The end of the first half here on Verizon Fios One Sports. So here is the deciding factor coming up for Langley. Langley pressuring the entire game. A couple of missed shots there for the Saxons. Their offensive pressure really made the difference.
Absolutely. So, of course, as you said, the deciding factor, of course, the big goal by Josh Ellis. But another huge factor that you have to talk about is Maffei and how well he's played in the goal. There it is right there. Our 1-0 lead for Langley off of a great goal by Ellis.
So the Langley Saxons coming on back onto the field. They have that 1-0 lead. The Saxons, along with Farhan Khan, they will start things off for Langley. There's Josh Ellis with the goal, 9 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the first half.
Nice job by Flitcroft looking ahead. He was looking for Ellis again, a little bit too much on that, but a great idea by Flitcroft. And once again, you see his foot skills, able to ball and send it ahead to his teammate.
Yeah, new half, but as you can see, not much has changed. The Langley Saxons back on the offensive attack.
So we'll see who can win this battle in the midfield right now. Langley, I thought, had just a little bit of an advantage in the midfield during the first half.
Monica, you're being generous. I think Langley had a dominating advantage in the midfield in that first half, thanks to Khan, thanks to Patel. Such speed and great ball skills and a nice field vision as well. There's Flitcroft, who's done a great job.
No surprise, Cochran pushing forward to take this throw. He's done a great job all afternoon for the Saxons. You see him backing up once again. The girls team right behind him.
Headed away by McLean. It's going to be another throw-in for the Saxons. Cochran will throw it in again. That ball was headed away by Tyler Clem. Excuse me, number 14, that's Benjamin Paris.
And you see just how much he gets on these throws. Price was there looking to put the ball in the back of the net. Just a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah, Langley did get ahead on it, but it sails high, so it's going to be a goal kick for the Highlanders. Ball sent right around midfield. Khan right there to head it back Langley's way, and there's Flitcroft down the far sideline. And the ball is actually going to be out of bounds on Flitcroft, who kicks it out of bounds, so it's going to be Highlander ball. And they'll get the throw in their own territory.
And so as you said, Paul, this really looks just exactly like the first half so far. You see Langley just getting to the 50-50 balls more quickly, able to control.
There's an opportunity. Ellis is going to try to send it in, but no. Great job by Ellis, but just a hair too late. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Highlanders.
But you see just how fired up Langley's come out of halftime, being very aggressive. As we said, winning all the 50-50 balls so far.
Yeah, 1-0 lead is not that much here, especially against McLean. Saxons aren't going to just sit there with that 1-0. They're going to try to add to it here in this second half. Second half just underway with Langley, the 1-0 lead over McLean. A free kick here sent in by Patel. Beautifully placed by Patel. Knocked away by the Highlanders.
You see Price trying to control it, sending it up to Voorhees.
Kicked out of bounds. Not out of bounds yet. No, still in play. Possession for the Highlanders. Taken away quickly by the Saxons, who'll send it in, centering it in. Just missed the header. Saxons do, and it's going to be picked up by Muffet, and he'll kick it away.
Well, and Paul, we talked about the fact that Patel, of course, is going on to play at that next level at William & Mary. Coach Amato's coached a lot of players that have been able to go on and play at that next level, and certainly expect that a lot of players on this team will get those opportunities. Darren Flitcroft, the older brother of Daniel Flitcroft, who played for Coach Amato, now playing at UCLA, just one of the former players that has advanced on to play at the collegiate ranks.
It's Alex Voorhees was just a step too late, and Muffet grabs it and sends it back down. And now at midfield, taken away by Kahn. Kahn will send it down the far sideline to Gunderson, and Gunderson still with possession and muscled out of bounds, and it's going to be Highlander ball.
Nice defense there by McLean, really closing in on Gunderson, not letting him see any daylight. It was a beautiful pass and look ahead to him, but the defense quickly collapsed, which is exactly what you have to do with a team that has such crisp passing like Langley.
Penalty on the Saxons. It'll be a free kick for McLean. Crowd starting to get into this game as the stands have continued to fill up.
Anytime you have a doubleheader, you can certainly expect for a lot of fan support to come out and support their two teams.
Going to be a goal kick for the Saxons. The first part of this doubleheader, the girls play after this game. See some of the fans for the Langley Saxons.
And again, they've been christened the Screaming Saxons this year. Have really done a nice job of coming out to support their team, and with their team having so much success on the season, considered to be the best team in this area right now, there's been a lot for the Langley fans to be excited about.
Flitcroft centers it. There's Ellis, not able to get a shot on it, but Ellis to Flitcroft, Flitcroft back to Ellis, and again, the Saxons control the ball with their middies.
The Saxons just seem to be a step faster right now than the Highlanders, getting, as we said, to all those 50-50 balls. The defense quickly collapsing, able to quickly take the ball away from the Highlanders, and McLean just not able to get any good opportunities so far in this second half.
A bit of a miscommunication there by the Saxons. Patel was looking for something that was not happening. The ball was taken away, knocked out of bounds.
And once again, the midfield is won by the Saxons. Nice job by Price there. Price looking ahead to Kahn, but instead the defense from McLean really doing a nice job there.
Saxons will knock it back to their goalkeeper, who sends it down to midfield.
And I know I've talked about it before, but you just have to notice every single time the Langley backline and how composed they are. They don't seem to feel the pressure. Instead, they play the ball very smartly. Every single time they make good use of their goalkeeper. They play it back to him when necessary, and just really seem to be playing with a lot of confidence, and confidence you would expect from seniors.
Ball sent in, still trouble, knocked away by Hunt. That was a dangerous situation for the Highlanders, and another dangerous situation coming up as Langley is going to get the throw in, but great heads-up play by Hunt to knock it away. Throw in by Cochran, he's going to send it backwards.
Good idea by Cochran, mixing it up a little bit. You always want to catch the other team off guard. That time Cochran giving them a bit of a different look on the throw.
Saxons so quick, retaking possession. Now McLean with possession, take away again by the Saxons. Easily picked up by Muffet.
And again, Maffei really has been a big bright spot today for McLean, playing with a lot of confidence back in the goal for the Highlanders.
Taken away by the Saxons, ball at midfield. McLean trying to get their first offensive possession of this second half.
Cochran just muscling his way through.
Con sends it down the far sideline. Here come the Saxons. Ball still out of bounds, not out of bounds. Nice job by McLean. Now McLean has possession. Quickly taken away by the Saxons. So fighting for possession around midfield. Here's an opportunity for McLean, but Patel is right there.
And you come to expect it every single time.
Beautiful ball, actually knocked out of bounds. Almost a beautiful ball there by Patel.
Again, he has such great control. A lot of defenders would send those balls just flying out of bounds, but Patel has such great control. A lot of times just the right amount on it to keep the ball in bounds and to send it ahead to one of his players on offense.
Flitcroft down the far sideline. It looks like the nice job by McLean. Looked like the ball was going to be at the very least a throw-in for the Saxons, but fantastic job. And Flitcroft now with Langley has possession. The throw-in by Cochran. Who else?
But again, it just seems every single time the defense for McLean makes a big play and send the ball ahead, the Saxons quickly regain control in the midfield. Galliani coming back on the field for the Saxons. Again, he's very dangerous. The defense quickly needs to take notice of him because he's certainly a player that's very creative on offense. As we said, he can put the ball in the back of the net, and he has fresh legs coming into this one.
Knocked away by the McLean defense, but Langley is right there, that backfield. Great job with a little fake there for the Saxons. Now McLean with possession, looking to transfer onto the offense. Right at midfield, headed by the Saxons and headed down by Flitcroft. Over to Ellis. Josh Ellis still with possession. Nice.
Ellis doing a nice job there of sticking with it.
Saxons still with possession. It's Cochran sending it in right over to Maffei. Maffei easily grabs it.
But once again on that possession, on display for the Saxons was the passing. Crisp, intentional passing, always looking for a teammate, really running their offense very well.
Con sends it down the far near sideline. Here's an opportunity. Great aggressive play by Maffei. Made up his mind early that he was going to come out and beats the Langley attackman by a few steps. You see there again, just by a few steps. You see Hunt there playing a little screen.
Well, that's what you have to do as a goalkeeper. Nice opportunity
for
the
right
Highlanders.
Back, and here is McLean tying it up right back, quickly coming back with the goal. For McLean, they tie this game up that quickly here.
No surprise that it's Whitebread that scores the goal for McLean. A nice save by the keeper on one end of the field, then quickly ahead. Very opportunistic of the Highlanders, and it's exactly what they needed to do to catch this defense off guard. Nice individual effort by Whitebread. You see why everybody's been talking about him all season long. When given the opportunities, he can convert.
Now Whitebread tying this game up. McLean being outplayed here early on in this second half, but give him one opportunity, given an opening, he splits the defenders, sends it past the diving goalkeeper. Tim Whitebread scoring 29-12 remaining in the game.
And you certainly expect that this is going to give McLean a little bit of renewed life here on that goal by Whitebread.
So quickly the Highlanders went down and scored. Almost on a fast break.
Nice job by the midfield here for McLean. You do see that they do have a little bit, seems like more energy in the midfield trying to get to the balls first. The 50-50 balls. Foul will be called there on number 14, Benjamin Paris.
Foul called, and we might get a yellow card for the way he kicked the ball off. Maybe just a little bit of a talking to.
which is certainly not what you want to do. Your team's just gotten back in it. You want to keep your head, keep your composure.
Patel sends it in a fantastic job, and here's Whitebread down the far sideline. Look at the speed of Whitebread, still going.
You
He's
see
gonna
the
send
speed,
it in.
and you see the foot skills right there of Whitebread.
Opportunity for the Saxons, and then right back another free kick here for McLean. So things are getting a little more physical. Now is the freshman Galliani. So a free kick for the Highlanders. Now Galliani was the one that was on the receiving end of that last penalty.
But I do like how aggressive Galliani plays. He certainly does not play like a freshman, obviously. He's going to continue to develop, learn the game, but certainly adds a lot to this Langley Saxons team ever since he's been moved up from the junior varsity.
Patel sends it up high and then heads it away. It's going to be McLean ball.
Burke doing a nice job there of playing the ball very quickly, getting things set up for his team.
It's a miss hit by the Highlanders. Is going to be a throw in deep in their own territory by the Saxons.
And it seems like ever since that goal by Whitebread, McLean has been a lot more active. Certainly have launched a little bit of a comeback here. Has Langley back on their heels a little bit. The Saxons need to just settle down a little bit. Obviously, they've done a great job of setting up their offense.
It's going to be McLean ball off of a Saxon. So yeah, exactly. After that goal, renewed life for the Highlanders. Hunt's going to send it in for the Highlanders. Andrew Hunt. And looking to take control here of the game. They have momentum right now after the goal by Whitebread.
Once again, the back line for Langley doing a nice job. Obviously, you're not going to score too many goals against that Langley defense, but McLean doing a nice job of staying in this one. Get a quick whistle for subs to come into the game for Langley. Number 18, Joe Young. And McLean has some players warming up on the sidelines as well. So obviously, this has been a very demanding game so far. Both teams looking to their bench to bring in some fresh legs. About 15 minutes into the second half.
Here come the Highlanders with an opportunity. Whitebread with the ball. Nice job by the Saxon back line.
And again, it's Cochran doing a nice job in the center of the field for Langley.
Throwing for the Saxons, now have possession at midfield, just cross the midfield line.
Very aggressive play there by both the Highlanders and the Saxons. McLean doing a much better job in these past few minutes on the 50-50 goals and on staying with it, not just letting Langley take the ball away from them, really sticking with the play. And here the Highlanders get another throw.
So a throw in by Andrew Hunt. He'll send it deep into territory. And it's going to be a throw in again. So dangerous here for the Saxons. The Highlanders with an opportunity.
We've seen a lot of these opportunities from the Saxons, not as many by the Highlanders.
High, sending it high and just right. There's the goalkeeper for the Saxons, Jay Lupus, and he has the ability to grab it, so that's why he goes out there, and only one on the field that can actually grab the ball.
Well, he's also a tall goalkeeper, which helps a lot, gives him that added bit of height. Nice job by McLean right there. But Paul, when you look at both of these goalkeepers, I like the fact both of them are very aggressive. They don't hesitate at all. They make up their mind. They head out, break up the play, and both of them have done a very nice job tonight in directing traffic and making sure that they're right there when the plays unfold. McLean once again looking to push forward.
Yeah, they have a more aggressive, certainly in the minutes since the goal was scored.
You almost felt like when Langley scored that first goal of the game that McLean had a sense that perhaps they couldn't launch the comeback, and now that they're there, they're really playing like they believe they can win this one.
White bread whistled, and it's going to be a free kick for the Saxons.
And meanwhile, Langley had a lot of opportunities in the early goings of this second half. Haven't really had one in the past few minutes.
There's Hunt using his tall frame to knock it away. Ellis right there. Kicked away, not far enough though. And Kahn will send it right back in. So still an opportunity, and the ball goes wide left, and it'll be a goal kick for the Highlanders.
And once again, you have to give a lot of credit for Ellis because he's just always there looking to make something happen. He's a very active player. Seems like every time the ball goes up in the air, he's looking to create a play. One reason why he's the lone goal scorer for the Saxons so far in this one.
Ball out of bounds. On the Saxons, going to be McLean ball. Thrown by, actually it's, yeah, thrown by number 4. That's Russo for the Highlanders. And another throw in for the Highlanders. Russo will send it again. Actually, Hunt's going to send it in. He has that ability to send it right near the net.
Hunt certainly their go-to on the throws. Nice long throw by Hunt.
The Highlanders did get ahead on it, but great job by Lupus to just corral it. Going to send it down right over to Flitcroft. Great, accurate kick by Lupus. Here come the Saxons right back, pressuring the net, still there. Long shot out right to Muffet, right in position.
Great job by Muffet right there. Just seemed to read it perfectly. He was right in position, but once again, the solid passing of the Saxons on display on that possession. And then here you see them right here. This is their bread and butter, owning this midfield, looking to send the ball ahead. Galliani! Some of the fans wanted a call there after the collision with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it looked like Muffet took out Galliani just from my vantage point, and that's exactly what Ellis, you can see him saying the exact same thing, but the ref on the field did not think so. So it's going to be a goal kick for the Highlanders. Dangerous play there by Muffet.
Langley once again controlling the midfield. Kahn has done a really nice job today looking for Flitcroft. Flitcroft staying with it.
You throw in for the Highlanders. Highlanders now here with possession.
I really like how quickly McLean resets on those throws. They waste no time at all getting the ball back into play, trying to catch the defense off guard. That's how they got their one and only goal of the day. It's been a good strategy for them.
Here's an opportunity for Ellis. Great defense by the Highlanders. Going to try to kick it away. Flitcroft's going to have it now kicked away. And it was off of Flitcroft, so a fantastic job out by Whitebread.
Whitebread really does it all, both ends of the field. That's what you need from a midfielder right there to be able to recover, get back, and play some defense.
There's Cochran, and he'll send it back down. Ball's going to go out of bounds, throw in for the Highlanders on the near sideline now.
Once again, the quick throw by McLean.
Another throw in for the Highlanders. Sam Walsh, and actually the ball was off of the Saxons, so a nice individual effort by Walsh. It's going to be Cochran throwing it in. He must be getting a little tired with all the throw-ins. Take a look at Mike Anderson, head coach for the Highlanders. His team has evened this game up at 1-1.
And Ellis has come out of the game for Langley.
Well, watch out when he comes back in, because when last time he left, when he came right back in, he scored.
Nice opportunity here if he can get there. Nicely played by Patel.
Yeah, Patel did the right move. Instead of sending it back to the goalkeeper, just sends it harmlessly over to his fellow defender. But the Highlanders now here with another great opportunity
Looked like Sofian Jamal might have an opportunity. He's brand new on this McLean team this year. Has really been quite a contributor so far, as well as Sam Gruber. He's one who's really stepped it up for McLean.
So goal kick for the Highlanders. Not a lot of corner kicks. Langley did have 2 in the first half. McLean has no corner kicks in this game and no corner kicks for either team in the second half. 17:50 remaining in this game. 1-1. Langley scored in the first half. McLean comes back to even it up in the second. McLean right now seems to have the momentum, but as dangerous as the Saxons are, you never know who's going to come out on top.
Well, that's exactly right. You can't let down your guard against a team like Langley or a team like McLean.
Flitcroft in the center of the field sends it in. Might not be enough on it. Saxon still in possession. Flitcroft going for a shot. Knocked away by a McLean defender.
Great defense there by Paris, number 14 for the Highlanders. Looks like Flitcroft might have an opportunity. I expected him to take it if he could get a foot on it, but the defender, Paris, just racing in, saving the play for the Highlanders. More substitutes into the game. Again, both teams making good use of their benches, and you have to expect for some of those well-rested players to make an entry back in pretty soon. As we said, Ellis out of the game right now.
Great job by Kahn. The ball is going to be out of bounds on the Highlanders. A throw in for the Saxons. That was a nice individual effort by Kahn.
And Cochran once again getting so much on that throw. If he's tired, he's certainly not showing it right now.
Great opportunity right in the center of the field for the Saxons. Still with possession. Shot on goal, knocked away. Hit off of a McLean defender. Still with possession. Nice individual effort by the Saxons.
Langley doing a really nice job of staying poised and composed.
Galliani almost had an opportunity there, but the ball harmlessly goes away. But it's going to be a corner kick. I just mentioned the lack of corner kicks in this half. It's going to be Flitcroft going to send it in for the Saxons.
Again, we saw Flitcroft with a couple of these.
Puts the boot on it for sure. Trying to save it, but no good. So McLean ball. So that was a mishit by Flitcroft. Coach Bo Amato cannot be happy with that. The lack of corner kicks both teams have had to waste one like that.
It certainly was the best opportunity Langley's had in a while, but here comes another one. Cochran coming up to take the throw for Langley.
Cochran will send it in. Has enough distance on it, but knocked away by the Highlanders and cleared by the Highlanders. It's going to be out of bounds at right about midfield.
So we are at the 15-minute mark, 15 more minutes in this second half remaining. Langley looking to get something started. Nice long throw once again for the Saxons.
Fight for the ball, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Highlanders.
We'll get another break in the action as substitutes coming into the game. Pablo Chauvel back in the game for McLean. Nicholas Pavlis coming into the game as well for the Highlanders. McLean taking this opportunity to have a little bit of a talk there with the officials.
We're going to stop the clock here.
They both approach the middle of the field and are now talking it over with each other.
Yeah, something with, I'm assuming, players coming in.
Regardless, we are back underway for the last 15 minutes of this second half. Nice job right there by Sam Walsh.
There's Flitcroft with an opportunity. He sends it in. Knocked away by Muffet. And he's going to corral it. Muffet working hard there, working a little too hard. He probably could have let that ball harmlessly go out of bounds, but why not?
Flitcroft looking to get something going for Langley. Langley has not had a good opportunity on goal in a while.
Ever since that McLean goal, Langley certainly has not had the same kind of offensive dominance that they had. Galliani with the ball, sends over to Flitcroft. Flitcroft centers it. Now shot on goal, beautiful shot for the Saxons. What a fantastic bullet into the top of the net for Langley. It looks like number 9 for the Saxons, Jan Gunderson.
You see the arc that he got on that one. It looked like it might be a little too inside, but then it curved beautifully into the back of the net.
That was Jan Gunderson for the Langley Saxons. Unbelievable shot. Look at the bullet into the back of the net past the diving Muffet. Another look, 2 great angles. He's able to turn his body, get a fantastic look. Wow, what a shot by Jan Gunderson. Puts Langley back on top with 13 remaining.
You have to give Gunderson a lot of credit there. Just a beautiful shot. There are not many goalkeepers in this area that could have saved that one. Perfectly placed. So just like that, Langley back on top, 2-1. And Ellis just came back into the game for Langley. So obviously some fresh legs on the field. McLean looking to create an opportunity here. Instead, we'll get a call and the ball will go the other way. Looks like a foul called on the Highlanders. Maybe just out of bounds, so it will be Langley ball. Langley with the momentum after a beautiful shot by Jan Gunderson.
Gunderson, the senior for the Saxons.
But once again, Paul, you see just how many weapons that they have. Not one of the names we've mentioned a lot in this game so far, but coming up big for Langley at the right moment.
So McLean now with 12 minutes remaining in this game, looking to even the score yet again, playing from behind for the majority of this game.
And once again, just the perfect amount on that one to Flitcroft. Just don't see many defenders that have the poise and composure that Patel has.
Faye's going to come out and grab that ball, but a great job, passing job by the Saxons. Now completely in control. Seems like they have the momentum back.
Absolutely, soccer is certainly a game of momentum swings, and after that beautiful goal by Gunderson, it seems like that took the life out of the Highlanders, rejuvenated after their big goal by Whitebread. Now Langley once again with possession, more substitutes coming into the game. Alex Brunton on the field for Langley. Galliani will take a seat on the bench after a quick chat with Coach Bo Amato, using this as a good teaching moment for his freshmen.
Another quick stop in the action for more Highlanders coming into the game. That's number 20 for the Highlanders coming in. Sean Barrett, junior defenseman. Opportunity for Ellis, but a little too much on it. Fay grabs it, sends it over to his defenseman down the far sideline.
And Paul, we're almost at the 10-minute mark, so obviously McLean really needs to get something going right now to try to get a good offensive opportunity to get a corner kick, throw from close range.
The last time McLean scored, Monica, was that quick strike. They haven't had much opportunities when they've set up their offense, so maybe another quick strike. Smart move by the Highlanders. McLean now still with possession. Now they're in their offensive zone. Taken away quickly by Kondo. Back over to the Highlanders down the far sideline, inching their way closer to the Saxon net. Ball's going to be centered. Not enough on it for sure, cleared away by the Saxons.
But McLean with an opportunity here, and one thing you have to talk about, Paul, is they have a lot of seniors on this McLean team, and these are seniors that have played under Coach Anderson's system for 3 years. They're very familiar with it, and they have a lot of experience on this team. So despite being down 1 goal, 10 minutes left, you certainly have to expect that they could absolutely tie this thing up. So once again, Joe Young coming back into the game for Langley. Langley really getting lots of players in and out, making sure that they have lots of fresh legs on the field. And now another opportunity coming up for Cochran, one of the few players who hasn't gotten a break for Langley.
Cochran sends it in deep into the McLean offensive zone, but knocked away by the Highlanders, who are trying to quickly transition here. Making it very hard are the Langley Saxon midfielders.
And the Langley midfielders just content to keep the ball in the middle of the field, going back and forth. Time is on their side here.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Saxons.
So as much time as Langley can run off the clock, keeping the ball in their offensive third of the field or battling in the midfield is to the detriment of the Highlanders. Sam Walsh pushing up to take the throw for Langley, looking for Flitcroft.
Now in the 72nd minute of this game.
Nice look there by Joe Young. Buffet is all over it. Again, despite the 2 goals scored by the Saxons, he's had a great game in the goal. He's really stepped up for the Highlanders. And this looks like the Langley team we know right here, creating yet another opportunity off of their midfielders. Price doing a nice job sending the ball ahead. And again, this is what Langley wants to do. Right now, they just want to keep the ball out of McLean's offensive third of the field.
You know, if they say, Monica, the best defense is a good offense, and Langley's showing that right now. Doesn't matter if they get good looks as long as they waste time off the clock. That's the important thing. Now 7 minutes remaining in this game.
And you can see that. It's not the intentional crisp passing that we saw before, but instead they're just sending the ball down, trying to create an opportunity. But as long as they keep the ball on their offensive third of the field, they're happy with that. A little bit of a miscue there by Price. Will turn the ball over, and now McLean with a throw. Once again, they strike quickly, but that midfield for Langley.
Here come the Saxons with an opportunity. Ellis, another opportunity, sends it high, though.
And you can see it. He wishes he had that one back. Just needed to keep his head down a little bit.
That would have been the nail in the coffin. That's a great job by Buffet coming out to challenge, which causes that shot to go high for Ellis. He's going to come out of this game. He's obviously upset with himself. Does have a goal, though, in this game. Scored in the 31st minute.
Ellis's teammates have really done a nice job of creating opportunities for him. One of those, Price, has done a great job, along with Kahn, controlling the middle of the field, sending the ball forward, looking for his forwards.
More pressure by the Saxon. Flitcroft heads it into the center. Kahn going for it, gets possession, headed away by the Highlanders. Shot on goal high. Still, it doesn't matter if they score as long as they keep offensive possession. They've done a fantastic job, and Ellis is coming right back into this game.
So obviously just wanted to take him out for a minute after that shot. He was very frustrated with himself. Now back out on the field for the final 5 minutes of the second half. McLean looking to tie things up after that beautiful goal by Gunderson. But one player making it very difficult for them is obviously Dylan Price. Has really just done a great job controlling that midfield. But a bit of an opportunity here for the Highlanders. Obviously, they need to just have very crisp, intentional passing here.
There's an opportunity nicely collapsed on by the Saxon defense, but McLean still with an opportunity and knocked away by the Saxons.
Another player we haven't talked as much about tonight, but Sam Walsh also having a very impressive day on defense for the Saxons. They just have so many players, so much depth, and so much talent on this team. Again, it's not just one individual superstar that stands out for Langley, but every time you see them play, it's a strong team effort, and that's the reason they're 10-0, undefeated right now, looking to hang on to that undefeated record with it. A win against their arch nemesis, the McLean Highlanders.
Shot on goal by Gunderson. Taking a look at how that was set up. Ellis right there over to Gunderson. Gunderson just sends it high.
Once again, the midfielders for Langley doing a great job of keeping the ball away from the offensive third of the field for the Highlanders. They've done this very well for the past 5 minutes. Really not letting McLean get any good looks.
Here's an opportunity though for the Highlanders, but quickly, actually still an opportunity. There's Whitebread, knocked away by Cochran. They just want to keep the ball away from Whitebread right now.
Nice ball right there by the defense. Galliani looking to get there.
Galliani and Ellis giving chase.
McLean now obviously needs to push the ball forward. Not a lot of time remaining in this one. Good idea, just no one there except for, of course, Lupus, the goalkeeper for the Saxons.
He'll send it right at about midfield. Saxon's going to try to turn around, and they do. Ball kicked out of bounds by McLean. It's going to be a throw in here for the Saxons. Some more substitutes coming in as number 12 for the Saxons coming in. That's Alex Voorhees. And Galliani comes out. Now 2:30 remaining in this game. Time is definitely not on the Highlanders' side, but we saw how quickly they can score.
Well, that's the thing you have to remember is that you can score a goal within seconds in soccer. So despite the fact that time's quickly expiring, McLean right now just needs to clear the ball and try to create an opportunity. If they could get a corner kick, if they could get a throw close to the goal, they could catch this Langley defense off guard. But the problem is that Langley has been controlling that midfield, just pushing the ball forward again, not necessarily looking for the best shots, just possessing the ball. The time of possession has been owned by the Saxons during this final 10 minutes. And now Ellis looking to create another opportunity for the Saxons.
That was all set up by Flitcroft. A fantastic individual effort by Flitcroft. Ellis coming in. And Cochran's going to get the throw in here now. 1:35 remaining in this game. Cochran's going to start from way back. So expect this to go right near the net. That's exactly what it does. Headed away though by the McLean defense. Saxons right there though. Cochran with possession. Cochran still with possession. Now cleared by McLean, but there's Patel right there for the Saxons. He'll knock it right back.
And you see the skill just to save that one. Again, so many defenders, that ball would have gone out of bounds. But Patel just has such great speed, such great footwork.
Now under a minute remaining. Remember, official time is held on the field.
Once again, nice job by the defense for Langley, pushing the ball forward.
Time is certainly running out for the Saxons. Excuse me, for the Highlanders. Time is on the Saxons' side. Now just about 30 seconds remaining. McLean needs to get something going quickly. They can't seem to get the ball towards the Langley goal.
And once again, Kahn is there.
Kahn happy just to send it deep. And Fay will grab it and quickly put his best boot on it. There is the Saxon midfielders. Ellis still working hard, trying to get maybe one more goal. Still working, and that's going to be it. The end of the game. The Langley Saxons prevail thanks to a 67th minute shot by Gunderson, a bullet to the back of the net. That is the difference. The Langley Saxons 2, the McLean Highlanders 1. Come right back for post-game analysis here on Verizon Fios One Sports. The Langley Saxons with a 2-1 win over the McLean Highlanders. Let's get right into the highlights. There was a great game by both teams. In the early going, it was the Saxons putting on all the pressure.
Absolutely. Langley, with their great passing, starting things off, they got lots of good opportunities, lots of good looks. If it had not been for the staunch defense by the Highlanders and their goalkeeper, then certainly Langley could have broken this game wide open during the first half.
Here is the first goal by the Saxons. That is Josh Ellis in the 31st minute for the Saxons. Ellis putting Langley on top 1-0. And that's how the first half would end for the Saxons, continuing to put the pressure on. But in the second half, the Highlanders come right back.
Absolutely. There was the great save that got things started off. Impressive save by the goalkeeper, got his offense fired up. Just really did a nice job back in the goal today against a Langley offense. You always have to be on your guard because they can create opportunities just like that one. Our game winner by Jan Gunderson. Beautiful shot.